Well, hey folks, welcome back again to the garage, and welcome back to my 2004 GMC Envoy. So we're under the hood again because I've got another leak, and this time it's an antifreeze leak. Fortunately, I've diagnosed and I think I've pinpointed that leak to one of the heater core connectors, the quick connects that I think are pretty prone to failure. And with over 300,000 miles on my car, these little plastic quick connects, kind of expecting it not to last as long as it did, but it did. And it's leaking now, so we've got to replace it, and I want to show you guys how. So just really quickly, here's a diagram of my car. I have the XL version of the Envoy, so I have the auxiliary system, the rear heat, and this is the little guy that we're going to be replacing right here, that quick connect. And this is the heater inlet hose, and this hose number 4 here connects to the inlet connector to the engine block, and I'll show you where that is on the engine, and we'll take a look also at the quick connect that is failing on my car. So coming in here under the front passenger side wheel, I'm just going to remove or lift up this little flap here, and I hope you guys can see it. The quick connect that is leaking is right here. And hopefully you can see there is a little drip of antifreeze. That was just condensation that you saw drip down. But there is a little bit of antifreeze that is and has been dripping down from that quick connect. And here's the quick connect that I'm going to be using to replace the old one. It's from Dorman. I believe I got this from O'Reilly Auto Parts. It is part number 800-416. And I will have a link to this guy down in the description below if you need one. Down where my stick is pointing, at the end of that stick, that is going to be the heater inlet to the block. And I don't know if you can tell, but behind the dipstick tube, there is a hose clamp right next to the block. And then over here to the left side, there's also another hose clamp where that quick connect connects to. So I'm going to remove both of those hose clamps, and then I'll show you that piece of pipe, and then we'll take a look at that quick connect that we're going to replace. Alright, so I got the seal broken on this old quick connect, and I'm just letting it drain out slowly and trying to catch as much of the antifreeze and coolant as I can. And then once that stops dripping, I'm just going to go ahead and pull that connector off, and then we'll take a look at the old one and the new one, and then I'll show you guys how I ended up taking this thing off, and then also show you guys how we're going to put the new one on. Alright, so here we go. Here's the old one, and it took a little finessing to get out. I actually ended up using a couple different tools. I used my right angle pick here just to get in inside this connector and loosen up the old hose, and then had to use some pliers. Tried my channel locks, just a regular pair of adjustable pliers, and I had enough hose up top where I was able to hold on to the hose and then turn the connector enough to where you saw it just there pointing outward to the point where I could easily pull it out and then remove it totally. We got the old connector off of the car, but I ran into my first issue. Let me show you. As I mentioned, this was the quick connect that I bought and that I was going to use. It says it's a 5/8 to 5/8 90-degree quick connect, and that is what came in the package. However, upon closer inspection of the connector that came out of the car, you can see that the connector is actually 3/4 of an inch. So back to the parts house we go. Alright, we are back from the parts store. That was a quick trip, and got to give a shout out to Advance Auto. The technician there was very helpful, helped me find the part I needed. And just a quick tip for you guys to learn from my mistakes. As I mentioned earlier, the Dorman part 800-416 is not the part that you'll need. Now, when you go to the parts store and tell the guys that you are doing or that you need a quick connect for your heater hose, and they pull up the Dorman 800-4116, it's a 5/8 inch to 5/8 inch 90, and when you get home, what you will find is that those two parts are not the same size as we measured earlier. And for some reason, in at least Advanced Auto's computer system, the correct part, which is 800-418, did not show up. So again, gotta give a shout out to the service guy at Advanced Auto. Took the time, I explained what I was doing, I brought my old part with me, and we went and looked for the actual correct part, which was on the shelf, but again, not showing up in the computer system. So, guys, learn from my mistake. This is the part you need if you were doing this hose or this replacement for the hose that we described earlier. Now that we've got the right part, let's get back to the car and get it put on and filled up with antifreeze. Finally got the quick connect disconnect put back on, and I will say the actual quick connect side is what gave me the most trouble. What I ended up doing was putting this piece on to the hard line that goes into the block first. That way I kind of had enough leverage, you know, to push that quick connect on, and it was a little snug, I think mainly because of the new seal that's in the quick connect. But I was able to get the quick connect side onto the hard line into the block first, and then I was able to get the other side into the hose that goes up towards the top of the car. And obviously that piece is just held on by a hose clamp. Now I didn't have the proper hose clamp pliers to take that clamp off, so I had to wrestle with my channel locks a little bit, which ended up working in the long run. But as always, it is best to have the proper tools for the job, and if you don't, just whatever you have, make it work, which I was able to. Now that I've got that quick connect on, the only thing left to do, well, two things left to do. I'm going to hose off the underside of my car just to get some of that antifreeze off of the frame and all the pieces and parts underneath the car. But the main thing is to fill the car up, and what I am using is Prestone. This happens to be ready to use premix, but I also have full strength antifreeze that I'm going to mix with some distilled water. I'm not quite sure how much came out when I removed that hose connector, but I've got 3 gallons worth of antifreeze on the ready just in case I need it. And that's all that's left to do on this car, other than put the tire back on, get it down, and take it for a test drive. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope it's been helpful to you. If you have a leaky heater hose and you need to replace your quick connect, the disconnect, that 90-degree angle, I hope this video will help you out in some way, shape, or form. If it does, be sure to leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys make out with replacing your quick connects on the heater hose. And remember, learn from my mistake that part number 800-416 from Dorman is not the correct part for that hose connector that we replaced today. It is 800-418. So guys, as always, thank you for stopping by the channel. Hope you have a happy and safe new year, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.